Hi, welcome to Big Smith News Watch. My name is Leroy Smith, and today we'll be speaking with Malcolm Bourne. Malcolm is a 25-year-old young man who is employed, but he also has a love for animals, a particular type of animals. And so he'll tell us a bit about himself first, and then he'll tell us about a dog show that he has coming up this weekend. Not this weekend, the 1st of May 2022, but let's first get a little bit of insight on who Malcolm is.
Alright, my name is Malcolm Bourne. Many of you may know me from Unique Nation, where I do interviews and other social experiments on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. A few may know me from my dog page, which is Olympus Kennels GY, which I've had the pleasure to working with Mr. Leroy Smith with, also with his female pit bull. I came to find that he's also a dog lover. This is on Sunday, May the 1st. We'll be having our second annual expo. We had one last year and it was a great turnout. So on May the 4th, which is Sunday coming, we'll have our second annual one, which basically entails it's not a dog show. So I don't want people to go about with the idea that it is a dog show like what we would see on the international television, because Ghana doesn't have certain jurisdiction or kennel clubs to facilitate such an event. So it's more of a dog expo, which will be like creating a platform to take us onto that level where we could have a professional dog show. So at this event, basically, you could bring any breeds of dog. All dogs are invited, and it's suitable for the entire family. But at the expo itself, we will be having a competition. We will have a breed standard competition, that is. So many people would know that there are different breeds of dogs, right? Mr. Smith, he has a pit bull. I know a lot of people get this stereotype about pit bulls, and I'm sure you could attest that they're not what people put them out to be.
Yeah, very loving dogs.
Yes. So those are one of the breeds that we have in the breed standard competition. We have pit bulls, we have the American Bully, which will be the pocket version, the standard version. We have the Brazilian Pit Monster, which is a fairly new breed, but it's gained a lot of popularity recently in Guyana. We have the German Shepherds and we have the Husky, right? Those are just a few breeds that we will be having the competition on, right? For the other breeds, because we know there's many other breeds that will be at the show, we have other fun categories for them. These fun categories will come from largest dog, smallest dog, best groom, most unique dog, cutest puppy, best condition dogs, and the list goes on. But going back to the breed standard, we could focus a bit on that. That is where we will be judging dogs based on what they should look like according to the written breed standard for them. We'll be using American Kennel Club, that standard for most of the breeds. So, for instance, somebody brings a Rottweiler, right? In Guyana here, people might call any kind of thing whatever they want to call it, but there's a standard for certain things. So what we will do, look at the certain criteria that that a Rottweiler should have, look at your dog, and then judge it based on that. So who dog best fits the criteria, they're most likely going to win. But we have 4th, 2nd, and 3rd prizes. So really need you guys to come out, show us what you have. If you're confident in your dog, you're confident that you just take care of your dog properly. Because your dog just ain't not looking according to the breed standard. It must looking healthy. The coat, something like the teeth, even the odor of the dog must be pleasing. You know, if you're gonna bring your dog, you stink dog, you get inside the yard running around. You depend that you don't clean and just bring out the dog. Just hey, this is not your bottom yard, your little kind of meat thing, right? So at least for the day, buy a shampoo for your dog. If you can't buy a shampoo, buy a carbolic soap, the cheap. And bathe your dog nice, get the sun out, and you bring them out.
What about persons who have aggressive dogs? Are aggressive dogs welcomed, or if not, or if so, what systems are in place to ensure that those dogs attack no one?
So what I encourage people is, guys, we don't want to profile any specific dog as aggressive, and we don't want to make it look like owners don't have control over their dog. So I usually tell people that comes, make sure you have control over your dog, make sure your dog is on a leash, And if you have overly aggressive dogs, because you might have dogs that animal aggressive and then dogs that is human aggressive, and then both. If it's a case that you know that your dog is overly aggressive, that you cannot control that dog, maybe, and you still want to bring that dog, as advice, you keep a muzzle on the dog. That's just to ensure safety, because from last year event, I don't know why people are so irresponsible, but specifically tell them when they come, hey, keep your children them close by, because there's different dogs all around, and it's strange dog. Not every dog will run up to a gun, wag a tail, and want to play with you. And it had this, I don't know who's child, but the child run straight into this dog and was like this away from this dog, launching onto this child. But fortunately, it didn't happen. The dog was well secured, but the other parent, I don't know what was their problem. It is a dog show at the end of the day, and you got to be responsible.
So let's now talk about the event's location and how much to get in there.
All right, so this is a fairly new location. It's been around a while, but it has recently been, what's the word I'm looking for?
It became more active and popular.
Yeah. So it's Lillian Dog Ground, same place it kept last year. That will be the ground like 2 blocks away from Movie Town. If you're heading up the East Coast, it will be 2 blocks before. If you're heading down, it will be 2 blocks after. It's a big white gate. You can't miss it. So if you're going down, it'll be on your left hand side, obviously, the big white gate. You come in straight down and you're going to see all the tents.
I think they had an event there the other day.
Hennessy was there.
Yeah, something they had there the other day.
Yesterday they had kite flying event. So yeah, you can't miss the place. Entrance fee reasonable. $2,000, $2,000 for adults, $1,500 for children. Children under 8 absolutely free. All dogs free.
Are we likely to see vets and clinics and so on, or representatives of those facilities being present to offer advice and so on to these dog owners?
Yes, right now we are reaching out to some vets just so that they could come and brief the population or the persons that the attendees on some of the, what I want to focus on is some of the ailments them that facing the Guyanese dog population at the moment, because a lot of people ain't educated about simple illnesses that dogs, especially puppies, could pick up just by being on the road, just by not being up to date with the vaccines and so forth like that. So we currently reaching out to some vets. I won't be able to say at this time which one or how much of them will be there, but they will be there. We're also trying to reach out to GSPCA. We want them to come, because even though we know right now, over the past 2 years, it's become popular with people purchasing dogs, but we want people to also know that there's a lot of great dogs out there for adoption. So we're trying to get GSPCA to come out with a team and get a little booth for them with some, they could bring out some dogs that are available for adoption, and you could probably come out right out there today and adopt a dog. And they will be also able to educate people on the importance of spaying and neutering, which is basically stopping the dog from getting pregnant. Because a lot of people get these same yard dog, they get it running up and down, the dogs then get pregnant, they end up with a set of puppies that you can't afford to mind. The puppies end up on the road, puppies getting knocked down, puppies getting sick, and the same sick puppies and these sick growing up to be thick dogs that is going around and further infecting probably your dogs, because you see these stray dogs come up to your gate pee on your gate pee on your carry wheel, and a lot of sicknesses could be transferred that way. Okay,
good. So thank you very much, Malcolm. Malcolm has a dog show on the 1st of May 2022 at Lillian. $2,000 to get in there, and if you want to know the location, it is, if you're coming from further up on the East Coast, as soon as you pass Movie Town, and you jump over that little entrance that takes you to the embankment, well, you're passing that entrance, and a little further up there is a wide open space that is with a beautifully done lawns and so on. That is where the show will be held. It is just before you meet it is the property before the Lillian Pump Station Road. So that should be very easy for you to find. And if you're coming from Georgetown, right after you pass the Lillian Pump Station Road, it is there on your right hand side. So we'll see you there on the 1st of May. What time does it start?
It starts at 1 1 to 6.
1 to 6. Bring out your dogs. Be a part of the second annual, what do we call it, a dog show?
Dog Expo.
Be a part of the second annual Dog Expo, and of course, by next year it's going to become bigger and even more popular, because we, as I said to you, we're going to work with you to ensure that it's properly publicized and marketed for next year. So as soon as this show is finished, we start doing some work so that next year could be a major success. All right, thank you very much. This has been a production of the Big Smith News Watch. My name is Leroy Smith.
Wait, before we go. I got to thank the boss. Man. So before we go, thank you very much, Leroy, for granting me this opportunity to come here and tell people about the show that will be going down on May the 1st. And thank you to our sponsors, Jude Bentley Bike Shop, the Outdoor Store, Mr. Robinson. We have also Elite Smokes. Thank you all for your sponsorship, and we hope to see you out there this weekend, Sunday, May the 1st. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.